Thank you for watching American History Notes, where I discuss the conclusions I've drawn from studying American history. You may not agree with my conclusions, but you should at least know about the people and the topics and events and places and concepts I talk about. So I don't care if you disagree with me, that's fine, but that means that you're studying and you're trying to understand yourself. So I'm going to begin. We're continuing the abolitionist movement. In early 1831, Garrison in Boston began publishing his famous newspaper, The Liberator, supported largely by free African Americans who always played a major role in the movement. In December 1833, the Tappans, Garrison, and 60 other delegates of both races and genders met in Philadelphia to found the American Anti-Slavery Society, which denounced slavery as a sin that must be abolished immediately, endorsed nonviolence, and condemned racial prejudice. By 1835, the society had received substantial moral and financial support from African American communities in the North and had established hundreds of branches throughout the free states, flooding the North with anti-slavery literature, agents, and petitions demanding that Congress end all federal support for slavery. The society, which attracted significant participation by women, also denounced the American Colonization Society's program of voluntary gradual emancipation and Black immigration. All these activities provoked widespread hostile responses from North and South, most notably violent mobs, the burning of mailbags containing abolitionist literature, and the passage in the U.S. House of Representatives of a, quote, gag rule that banned consideration of anti-slavery petitions. These developments, and especially the 1837 murder of abolitionist editor Elijah Lovejoy, had led many Northerners, fearful for their own civil liberties, to vote for anti-slavery politicians and brought important converts such as Wendell Phillips, Gerrit Smith, and Edmund Quincy to the cause. I'm going to continue a little bit here. But as the anti-slavery sentiment began to appear in politics, abolitionists also began disagreeing among themselves. By 1840, Garrison and his followers were convinced that since slavery's influence had corrupted all of society, a revolutionary change in America's spiritual values was required to achieve emancipation. To this demand for, quote, moral suasion, Garrison added an insistence on equal rights for women within the movement and a studious avoidance of, quote, corrupt political parties and churches. To Garrison's opponents, such ideas seemed wholly at odds with Christian values and the imperative to influence the political and ecclesiastical systems by nominating and voting for candidates committed to abolitionism. Disputes over these matters split the American Anti-Slavery Society in 1840, leaving Garrison and his supporters in command of that body. His opponents, led by the Tappans, founded the American and Foreign Anti-Slavery Society. Meanwhile, still other foes of Garrison launched the Liberty Party with James G. Birney as his presidential candidate in the elections of 1840 and 1844. So we're going to continue some more with abolitionism next. And then we'll finish with that next time. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll study American history and do it deeper. This is a survey, just a surface. You should know about these things and much, much more to be conversant in American history. And many of you are experts on certain periods in history or many periods in history. So I hope that you would comment and express your opinions and your beliefs. I'm not going to argue with you. You come to your own conclusions, but you need to know about these things. That makes me happy. If you know about American history, even if you tell me I'm nuts, you at least are, that's an accomplishment. That's great. Thank you.